Doing Barry Smith or Barrage Smith. This is the character rolled randomly where we're using a spear with the skill Barrage, hence Barrage Smith. Barrage is a buff spell which increases the projectiles of whichever projectile ability that we're using, as well as empowering it. That's kind of like the premise of basically the build that was chosen, the skill that was chosen. And we also rolled the standard default attack as opposed to any of the skill lines available to me on the skills. So I'll just show you very quickly. If you go into the skills and we type in barrageable on the spear skill line, any of these skills are barrageable. So barrage will multiply or attack or fire out multiples of these when you use the barrage skill. But we've got a default attack. That was what was rolled with us. I do randomly generated rolls with the wheel of fate, and I'm kind of coming to the end of this build, which is now it's optimization and tinkering, I suppose. So this is likely going to be the last stream for this for a while. I'm kind of like at a point where I want to kind of pick up some of the other characters I've done, but I'll go through where I'm at because it's actually quite a good place at the moment. There's still optimization to be made on this as well, so there's plenty of scope to kind of like push myself into end game. But it's quite a fun build actually. It's actually worked out to be the most fun. What's the most fun? Actually, it's been a good fun. I'm a level 78, so I'm heading into the sort of like 80s now, which is good. Got a decent amount of resistance and armor. Could be a little bit more maybe. I've got a decent amount of resistance though, and I want to get the max cap up. That's coming to work on slowly. Decent amount of spirit as well. And life could be more, but we do have a good bit of mitigation with the armor and also using mana. I'll go through that in a bit. The passive tree is I played fairly default for a weapon. We've got one-handed attack weapons here. We've got a bit of extra damage here, and damage up here and damage here. Those are damage nodes. We've gone for Thorns on this build, so we've got some Thorns nodes which work out really nicely. Got a bit of extra attack speed because we need attack speed, and then we're gaining physical to fire as well. We did a lot of fire damage on this build, so I picked up a few fire nodes. Defensive wise, we've gone for armor, so we've got heavy armor and made to last. Heavy armor gives the 150% of strength requirements for boots, gloves and helmets as added armor, and we've got for 25% physical damage defenses recruiter's life, which is quite nice. Sturdy metal for increased body armor. Our thorns is multiplied by our body armor, which is why I've gone for the body armor being armor, not the unique that gives me thorns damage. I've got a bit of empowered over here, so we've got empowered 20% extra damage, as well as the empowered attacks, the 10% chance to explode on 10th of their maximum life. I don't know how much that works actually well. We've gone for the Prism of Belief on barrageable skills. It's very cheap, so I picked that up. And where I want to go down next is probably along this little line here. I'm tempted to try and go down for Goring, which is more physical damage and a bit of leeching. And there is also the unnatural resilience as well, so +3 to all elemental resistances and maximum to fire resistance. I think that's going to be really nice. That's going to give us an extra 5. So I think that will probably be my next protocol, actually go down that route of there. Even though my resistances are high, getting that cap extra 5 might be quite nice. I think it's kind of like where I want to go with that. I've got a front bar, back bar on this, or two abilities. I've got the spears in a line, and then I've got the star for clear. What I was doing, interestingly, in fact, I was switching that out. So on my AoE, I fire that off and I get meteors. And then when I fire that, I get the ice shrine. So I'm using the palm of the eye and then the palm of the heart. These are quite nice, and they make it have a lot of AoE. It's really quite good. My spear is a level 54. I have not yet level 54, both of them, and level 72. I'm kind of need actually to increase this one and both of them could do a little bit of tinkering actually. This one could do with a little bit more fizz, and this one could do with a little bit more of everything, but they're still quite strong. And then there is the unique. I've gone for the Beetle Bite. Welcome in, Paul. Hello. Going really well actually. A little bit with throwing out. I'll explain to you in a minute while I'm throwing out personally. So Beetle Bite got movement speed, but also aggravated bleeding. I don't benefit from the aggravated bleeding, but the 100% increased Thorns damage is what I've gone for. And then we're going to go down the gems, and this will kind of start to make sense. So we've got two. I'm not using spear stab. We're using two spear throws. So I've got two spear throws. Very similar. Inhibitor, multi-shot, or Nova shot, depending on which one it is. And I've gone for pin and caltrops. Pin is my frenzy generator, so I've gone for pin on both of those. Manifest Weapon is freaking amazing. I swear to God, this is on the Smith of Kitava skill line, which again we got rolled. This living weapon is insane because it's a companion. So on my amulet, I've gone for the ally, inspiring ally. So increases and reductions of companions and allies also deal to you. This is nuts, and it works incredibly well. So look, I'll just show you. Look at my damage. If I just turn that off, 7619, turn it on, 8515. I mean, that just shows you I'm getting a decent amount of damage on that inspiring ally. Manifest Weapon is going to be doing my corrosion, my poison, and armor debuffing. I'm not sure if the Earth Smelting is working too well, but I put it there because it adds the physical debuff. And then the armor break for endurance charges. I think that actually applies to actually the spear, so I'm not sure if that's doing anything, but we just a break armor equal 20% physical damage. I think more breaking armor basically. Purity of Fire and Purity of Ice. These are really, really good. These give me cold resistance and fire resist. Fire resist stacks on my Smith. Obviously, with the Cold Stoker, modifies the fire resistance. Also grant cold and lightning resistance, which is why my lightning resistance is so freaking high. And then the Forge in the Flame doesn't do anything just yet. But I've got my third Ascendency on. I did the trials off stream, so I kind of got that sorted out. Keep going down on the skills. And then here's where the damage comes in. Caltrops. Drill Caltrops is when I dodge roll. I drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 3 groups of 4 caltrops. And those little buggers are deadly as hell. Sorry, I keep pressing P. I want G. So here we've got Armor Break for endurance charges. That's for me. We've got Nova, which is why I've got the multiplying 4 additional projectiles per one. So I think it's 5 a pop. Rearm. So they rearm, so I get a chance for them to trigger again. Lightning Attunement, and then Living Lightning. We've got that as minion-ish build. Living Lightning scales with strength and dexterity, so you get more damage for strength. Dexterity is more for attack speed. This little thing is great for the Living Lightning plus the Manifest Weapon. Are quite useful to add an extra AoE damage. Barrage, obviously our main skill, so we've got Perpetual Charge, so 25% chance to not remove charges. We've got cooldown recovery reduced, so I can spam it. Essentially, heightened charge, benefits from consuming charges, 20% chance to be doubled. Very, very good. Rapid casting, because it's a spell, so it casts quicker. And then mobility, so I can move around. This build went meter. Yeah, dude, this build is insane. Absolutely insane. We've gone for Winder. Okay, I've got so many. I've got so much spirit on this build. For reasons of the Thorn skin, but it works nicely. We're just buffing ourselves up left, right, and centre. Unfortunately, the only thing I've changed is the Guiding Palms. These things are bloody expensive when the spirit's into the 150. Spirit 100 fairly cheap. You can pick them up for 20 exalt, 10 exalt, and they do add variation. I'll show you what they do to build, which is a lot of fun. But I predominantly want to go for the Palm of the Heart because of the fire damage, and I have got something in the wings when I'm at 84 as well, which is I've gone for the other sceptre too, which is the Sacred Flame Shrine Sceptre, which is 40%, and that the damage on this, or the fire damage, can go up to like 50%. I think we still get the Purity of Fire, and then we elements the enemies in your presence resist elemental damage based on the lowest resistance. I think that's going to be a real strong thing. We haven't got any resistance smashing. That might be a good one to kind of have, but I can't use that just yet. So yeah, that I picked up for 20 Exalt, which I think is pretty good. But anyway, I'm going to keep going down my skills. So Wind Dancer for armor break, pin, and fire exposure. So we did a little bit of fire exposure. Oh no, shit, hold on. That's a fail. That is a fail because I haven't got any fire damage on that. Have I got fire damage? We have a little bit of fire damage. I don't know if that's gonna. I'm not gonna be igniting with that, am I? Yeah, okay. I've got to think about that. Herald of Ash. I can't put that in there as well. It has to be a melee hit. I wonder if we put stuff fire in there instead of pin. We got enough pin. We don't need pin. Let's just make a little configuration. Sorry, we're doing this on the fly. So not fire pen. We want a fire attunement. I think that might be better actually on there. Let's get rid of that and do that. And we could even, I mean, the armor break I quite like. I want to keep that in there for the endurance charges. Herald of Ash for obviously exploding minions. I've gone for magnified area and fire mastery. I could very easily just do this in here. I don't want to waste one of those just yet. But I don't know what to stick in there. What else do you stick in there? I mean, when you look at the skills available, let's just have a quick look. Not that purity of, I mean, even purity of fire could do it. I mean, all these spirit ones, I don't really want to dump spirit in there. I could go fire mastery in that one. But we're doing the Herald of Ash. I mean, here, just what do I stick in that isn't spirit based? I mean, the duration, maybe. More skill duration, that might be a thing. Concentrated area. I like over area on these sorts of things. Don't want to do brutality because it's fire based. So, I mean, I'm not... Okay, optimization, whatever. There's stuff to do there. So, then we've got some more Herald of Ash. Combat Frenzy, obviously, as the main one for a spirit generator. Now, this is where I start doing the Thorns skin gems on this. This allows me to increase my thorn damage. So I've got... The reason why I'm doing Thorn Skin 1 is because it's only 20 spirit. Thorn Skin 2 is 40, but gives you 70 thorns, not 80. So I'd rather have 2. It's better. I've got so many spirit buff gems. I'm better off splitting these until I get more spirit, basically. So we've got 40 there. We've got 40 on the lingering illusion. So every time I dodge roll, I get these illusions get attacked, and then obviously my things proc, and then I get power charges. We'll see where we get power charges. I've done it again. Power charges. Scavenging plate for more thorns damage, and then here we go, the charging regulation. Now this allows my power charges that I gain through I've got my endurance charges, I've got my frenzy charges, and I've also got my power charges. These give me more crit, more defense, and more skill speed. That is nice. They work really well, and you'll see this work really well in a bit. Overwhelming presence for a debuff as well. Because of my scepters going down to 110 spirit as opposed to 170, I've had a 60 knock on my spirit. So I've had to take that out, which is a bit of a blow. But yeah, that's it. So the damage is high on this, even though it doesn't look very high. You got to remember that my damage actually multiplies off my caltrops more than anything. The caltrops is the main source of damage on this. So, and if I go to my Thorns is 25993210. Not too bad, but when you think each of these little caltrops has that to it, it starts stacking quite nicely. We've got a bit of fire thorns as well. So let's do some maps. Paul, if you want to join in, mate, you're more than welcome to. I'm sorry if you watch this as a video and I've gone through the loadout first and now we're into the maps. It's just, unfortunately, I'm going to record this straight off the stream, and it's the way it is. So, yeah. I'm going for 7. So I got suggested on comments to do Pale King on a helmet, which I haven't thrown back in again. And the only problem about Pale King, it's quite a low level unique. Even though it's very powerful, it means that all... Oh shit, that hurt. it means that all attacks get hit by have a Thorns retaliation, which is quite good. I mean that could work quite well.
Yeah.
But I don't aim to be hit in this build. I mean I don't want to be hit. I want to move around.
Yeah. But you are gonna go into the Thorns a bit more, or?
Well, Thorns is my damage source, and that's the thing. So the more Thorns I'd have, but
Okay.
I kind of feel like I'm a projectile, so I'm not really bothered about being hit.
Yeah.
And I'm pinning as well, so everything I hit is just pins and stays where it is. I mean, fucking hell, there is so much shit on the screen, and the lag.
Yeah, man.
But
How's the fireball action?
yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's just everything is just yeah. I mean, it's a T7. We're doing well. Oh, there's just
Yeah, I'm not dead. Oh, have you still got this comet thing going on? Is that a permanent fixture?
oh yeah, my comet thing is all the time. Yeah, that's the shrine.
Oh,
The
shit.
shrine scepter.
Oh,
So I have
wow.
that,
Oh,
and then I have
wow.
ice as well, so I can freeze.
That's sweet.
The pit, I've got a front bar, back bar. I know. Oh yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Comets.
10.
Oh, we've got
Holy
rituals as well.
shit.
Oh, nice. I might get that divine this time.
Oh,
That'd be nice.
oh, there- oh, shit. Oh, no. What the hell?
Don't do
Oh,
I?
did just
Don't.
crash?
Do not. You've gone offline. Yeah, you crashed.
I just got disconnected, yeah. Shit.
Too much FPS drop for you, Paul.
I don't know what happened.
Well, everything's dying a lot quicker now anyway, so there is that phase.
Yeah, well, yeah, now they're not there. Taking up that.
Well, no, taking up it's the group thing, isn't it? It multiplies the creatures.
It's only happened like once.
I hate these
or twice.
motherfuckers.
It's usually pretty stable.
Yeah. I think it's a combination of things. Man, these abyssal creatures with the fucking spears, that like massive things, are like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
nasty as hell.
Least favourite enemy in the game.
Yeah, and I think because of the armor hit, they break armor on this. They're gonna absolutely shred me because armor is my defense. Luckily, I've got
that's fine.
pins, so they can fucking stay put. Oh man, another one here as well.
I was doing like a tier 1 map. I had like 4 of the bloody things to fight. What the hell, man? This is a tier 1 map. What's
Hey,
going on?
Bring you in nice and chill.
Yeah, so chill. Just like, I'll just test out some stuff like 4 bloody mini bosses. God. Alright, I'm coming back in.
Okay.
Come back. Get ready for the
Right, boss, where are you? I've done the abyssals. That's done. I've done the rituals. Now,
No, Barry.
yeah, Barry's
not
kicking
died.
ass. I've not died.
The man.
Yeah, he's.
I'm gonna say, I think, I don't know if it's the name, but I feel like Barry is definitely one of your most endearing characters that you've played.
Yeah, I think he's done well, and I think he's ended up in a really strong place.
Yeah. I think he's not had much to work with, but he's made it work.
No.
You know?
He's full of
Really
he's
cool.
full of spirit. He's full of spirit buffs.
Full of spirit buffs, that's great. He's full of spirit. Simple
Yeah.
default spirit.
Yeah,
No, it's cool, man. It's once again, frag cogs in the wheel have combined to make a wicked build.
yeah, and I think this is about Path of Exile 2 is a game that doesn't require loads and loads and loads and loads of like abilities. You can strip it down, a couple of abilities.
Shitload of buffs. And away we go.
Yeah, and you know what? The Smith isn't a bad. The Smith of Kitava is very defensive, but just I swear to God, the companion. I hadn't realised. I just thought the companion was a throwaway ability. I was like, oh fuck it, stick it in there. Got nothing else to put it on. And I think it's actually made it in terms of the damage multiplier on it, and having that guy drop the poison on, break the arm for me, and then obviously that shit. Almost fucking got slammed to pieces then. And then the caltrops fucking caltrops, insane. And I'm always been a big fan of armor builds. I mean, I know armor's always been a bit, well, the energy shield one has got nerfed from like the first patch. Energy shield like insanely, like you had like 15,000, 20,000 energy shield. I mean, it was just nuts.
Jesus. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I would love that.
Yeah. Let's try. Oh, nice couple of waystones.